got my candles on everywhere. Um, just thought, come on, I'm just having a little break because I was watching the parade over here. A bit of it. I just couldn't watch. I just couldn't watch the Queen and Prince Charles laying a wreath. And then I nipped over to the French one. 100th anniversary. Went to look at that. Saw a bit of that. Was like, oh, look who Trump sat next to. Merkel. She didn't look happy, and I don't mean looked happy as in what the anniversary is, but just like Trudeau. Saw Trudeau there. Was looking at the fact that it was not underneath, but just outside there. Is it the Paris Monument? Is it? I don't know what it's called. You know, the art-shaped building, which also had a circle around it, circle shapes. And some kids came out and walked around in a circle. It just made me laugh how they were all sat within a circle, if anyone gets what I'm saying. The music we played, sorry, I don't know what that tune is, if it's a French, whatever it is, but it was done in a very nice frequency tune. So to me, that's like putting a good frequency out there, wanting things to happen in my eyes, because it was in a circle and it was quite a nice, I was even dancing to it actually. I was dancing to it. I did a little meditation on the 2 minute silence and still got candles going. Also, I went in a live chat on the UK parade, and people were just shouting out religious stuff on there to do with certain ideologies. I just thought, oh, come on, people. So switched the chat off because I'm sick of seeing that. There was a little bit of that in the France one, but not that much. But the funny thing was on the France one is I was shouting Q out, and a few people came in and they were shouting Q out on the France YouTube channel I was watching, so that was quite good. And they were shouting out where we go one we go all, and other people were going, what does that mean? What does that mean? I said, go and research it. I was about to go check out Q the Plan to Save the World, but the live chat either went down or it stopped streaming, so I couldn't get that in there. But that was good to see that there was a lot of Q people in there. And I did say, give me a whoop whoop, and someone gave me a whoop whoop, so that was quite funny. So that was good, but I was just looking at Trump and what people were saying about Trump in the chat, because they just obviously don't know what's going on. To me, today symbolises not just obviously what it is today, but it symbolises sort of like a marker of of truth, obviously, like I keep saying, whoop, whoop, and just a marker of, to me, the end of all world wars, because we know, obviously, what it's all about. So I don't know if anyone else was just watching the France one, because I watched a bit of the UK one, but Prince Charles was getting on my nerves. So I went over to watch the France one with Trump, and they've all gone in the building now, so I will be going looking after in case they're doing a speech. Putin, people were saying about Putin and that, and I was like, Trump's with Putin, Putin knows. Hi, so I just thought I'd come on, just to say, I was watching that. The music was really good, because remember, certain monuments in certain areas are overlay lines, and where you play frequency goes out to the universe, if anyone gets what I'm talking about. Hi. So I don't know what everyone's thinking about today or seeing. Hi. My voice is still going, but I can still talk, so, I know I see some people going on about, what this means and doesn't mean to some people. Like I said, it's what it means to you, despite whether it means something else, because some people look at it like poppies. We know a lot of wars, and people go into other countries over there in the Middle East for the opium, and the opium and stuff has been destroying countries, especially America. The opium drugs, we know this, so some people look at it as a bad thing, but you don't have to. It's how they're using symbology. But yes, we do know. I think some people think people don't know about the opium, and why there's other reasons. Wars are man-made to keep people away from areas, and they want to get the opium out, because that's how drugs has been bringing down countries, but especially in America, that's one of the biggest problems. And Bush was doing this, and other people. Bush was, the Bush family, if you look into it, were trafficking. A lot of those high leaders were trafficking drugs and opium, to America, bringing down America, and depopulating people that way, getting them on the streets, obviously because they're into drugs and they've been hooked onto opium. A lot of people know this. If you think that's not real, then you really need to go and research about that. But that's why I say there's lots of truths in all this stuff that's going on. It's not just one thing, it's the tip of the iceberg. But, hi. So when you start looking, you start realising, why all this stuff is man-made. Can listen to the accent. Well, my accent, if you knew, this isn't my real voice. I've got a cold, I've got the flu, I've got a raspy voice because I'm not well. So, though people quite like it when it's raspy, but there you go. It's not my usual voice. Good book you more. Hi. Thank you. So I'm just watching the parades because I'm trying to listen to what Trump's saying. I saw Putin smiling as he was going into the building, so hopefully they'll be doing the speeches. I don't know if they're doing them now, but I will catch up with it. And all this good stuff. It's you've got to listen to what certain leaders are saying, especially Putin and Trump. You've got to listen to what they're saying because there's hidden meaning in it. When people think, oh, he's saying this, I have an opioid problem. Ah, well, some uses are used in a very good way. Like we all know about cannabis oil and why they don't want to make it legal in lots of countries, or they're starting to, is because they know it's good for us. Some people smoke it, do whatever they do with it, but we know that a lot of it that they were putting out, we're having a lot of bad stuff messed up inside it, but obviously pure natural stuff, and depending on the plant bit from where it comes from is what we should have, and helps with medicine, as that's why they're starting to bring stuff out anyway, obviously, because things are about to come out and they'll say they've just found something that cures something. But like I said about hemp, yeah, CBD oil, yeah, hemp will be brought back, I do believe, because that's better than cotton. It was all to keep stuff away from us because things make more money and they don't want us to have the good stuff. Obviously, hemp is natural. You can use it for clothes. They used to use it for rope in the wars, for rope. It can be used for paper, clothing, absolutely everything. It lasts longer than other stuff does, but obviously they don't want us to have something that lasts longer and is natural and helps you breathe instead of cotton, because you wouldn't have to keep buying it and all that sort of stuff if it lasts longer. So, there's all that stuff behind all that stuff. We are given stuff from the earth. Everything is given to us and is in the earth or on the earth for us to use, but they don't like anything natural because obviously it's something, a lot of things you can grow in your back garden, but it's against the law to grow cannabis in your garden. No, it's against the law. They won't want you growing food in your garden next because it's organic, so they'd rather have your GMOs and all that sort of stuff that's not real and is killing us, and all this processed food, because they'd rather kill us off and keep us buying stuff. So a great fresh ginger. I know I've just got nothing in. I've only got honey. I've got turmeric, honey, my chamomile, lavender, some essential oils. I'm waiting for an oil to come. It's just not come yet. And I think I've got hemp oil actually. Yeah, I've got hemp oil. I've been taking that as well. Yeah, they really like to get a kick out of mocking us. So all I've basically seen on all the sites I've been in this chat is about Islam stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, in the live chat, it's not the Muslims, it's the Islamic regime that people are having a problem with. Not the other way around, because it's not a race. Islam is not a race, it's an ideology. Just saying, if anyone's from that ideology, it's not the Muslims, it's the ideology. But there is a lot of things going in chat in France and over here. Everyone's just throwing a load of stuff out and it's just daft. They've got to realise we've all got to unite, because we've all been used in, like I've said, religion, gender, and race wars. So when people wake up and realise that, maybe they'll unite instead of fighting against each other. Yeah, divide and conquer. United we stand, divided we fall. That's all it is. It's plain and simple. People can't wake up to it. They just want to go on about being a slave in the past and this, that and the other, when we know history was a lie and we've all been slaves and still sort of are in a sense, or have been. Um, it wasn't just one race or whatever, it was everybody in every way. Yeah, they just divide us in every way going. That's why they put labels on us all the time, labels on everything so they can divide you and keep you fighting against who's right and wrong and what label's the best. You're not this, you're not that. Even right and left, as we like to call it there, left, where, right, where, far, far left, far, far right. Oh, it's just mad. Exactly, our power is in numbers. That's why they've divided the world with labels of religion, gender, and race. Because if we're divided and fighting, we're not really seeing what's going on and we're not uniting. Because obviously, like I said, the cabal is not as big as you think. Yes, people work for them, but there's more of us globally than there is of them. So that's what they're scared. Well, they are scared, and it's happening anyway because the world is waking up. There are a majority, a lot of people who aren't awake, but like I said, it doesn't matter. There is enough of us to help when this starts. Well, the domino effect has started, but when the big bits come out. So, where's Obama lately? Anyway, I've not heard of him lately. People say, oh, people have still been on Twitter. Oh, is it really them, is it? And rub the back of your neck. Yeah, so tried to red pill my cousin the other day. Oh, it's so hard. Do you know what? But I think they did say ages ago, it doesn't matter now. If you've tried to put that, you've tried to tell them, so they've got it in the head because they probably think you're bats anyway. But at least you've told them, so when the big stuff comes out, when the veil's taken away, they will be coming to you to ask you because they'll be like, didn't you say something about this? Like, that's what people are going to do. So it doesn't really matter. There's enough of us to, you know, help them understand what it is when it comes, when the big bits come. Obama can't even fill up a high school gym. No, he can't. He can't even fill up a mini car, can he? For his rallies. The fluoride stare. Someone said yesterday, not getting them though. They said, "Oh no, fluoride's good for you." I said, "If you research, you'll find out it's not good for you at all." My necklace, well, I got it ages ago from a spiritual shop where I live in town, and I just picked. It's a gemstone, and I just picked the blue one up because see this butterfly. This is one of my nana's, and she loved turquoise. I've got one of her turquoise earrings in because she's not here anymore. So I just picked up a turquoise. I've never worn it. A turquoise gemstone in memory of her, seeing as it's in memory of people today, but in memory of all my grandparents and everything. But blue seems to be, blue seems to be that colour blue. When I did that painting, just seems to be resonating because well, I've started doing a bit of meditating, but I now realise I really need to get into it. I tend to see a dot, and then when that dot gets bigger, it's that colour blue. It's like a really nice blue. Yeah, throat chakra, which is really funny because I'm seeing blue. I've been seeing it over the past couple of days because normally it used to be, I don't know if it was a reddy pink. Now it's blue, quite blue, sometimes with a bit of green in it. The other day it was a heart, and I was like, that's what it looked like. Seeing a lot of blue, so I thought it's funny. My nana's favourite colour was like turquoise. I like this blue, really like electric blue. Yeah. But throat chakra and then yeah, blue is communication. Yeah, because I said before, I brought this book in a bookshop the other day because I'm not that up on chakras. That's why I need to start meditating stuff and realising I have to. But I always think things happen for a reason. You don't. I might have got this book thinking I chose to get this book. It wasn't. I was meant to get this book. I was meant to go in that shop that day and get this book, and it was on sale. So I looked up. It's because I've been singing. I looked up the throat chakra in this book, and it is quite a different book. It's got little diagrams and tells you different things in the book. So I did read it out before. So it said the throat chakra is the first energetic center that can't read this writing. Center that different, I think it says differentiates humans from all other life forms. In the Kabbal, man is referred to as the speaker. His attribute gives us the power to express ourselves, which I have been doing, on every level of experience. To honour this gift, we are asked to commit to expressing our truth, because it's been my truth, and sing the song. I have been singing, I think that's why I've lost my voice, of individuality clearly and with integrity. To do so truly serves our spirits. Yeah, so mouth of God. The throat chakra is the gateway to higher spiritual realms. That is what I've been talking about, funnily enough. And it is called the mouth of God. In I can't say esoteric, I can't say it, teachings, this refers to a point on the back of the neck, which one of you just said? Near is it the medulla? Or I can't even say that word. The lowest part of the brain in vertebrae, where higher spiritual energy is channeled into the body. This occurs when the mind is free and the spirit open. It is where angels whisper in our ears and spiritual inspiration gives our life's meaning. And well, that is what I've been talking about. Yeah, that is what I've been talking about. So I'm not surprised my throat's going with a throat chakra when it's about spiritual being opened when I'm finding out to speak now. When that is basically what I've been talking about and realise that I have to do more meditating and stuff. So how funny is that? But then again, it's not funny because everything happens for a reason and nothing is you think, oh, it's just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Throat chakra. And then this morning, because I had this book, a thought came in, where did that thought come from? Go and have a look at your book at throat chakra because I've not read it properly yet. So I was like, throat chakra, blue, blue, blue. So, and then she's coughing and spluttering. So, yeah. And it says it said in this book I read out before, well, you can look at it as simply a throat infection, but if you're thinking about other things in a different way, it's different as well. Things happen for a reason. Why now? Why now? Like I said, it was about creativity, which I all do, about writing in journals, meditation. It's about chanting, silent retreats, fasting, yoga, prayer, meditation, singing, which I've been singing a lot lately, meditating, trying to meditate more, prayer, intention, keeping a journal. I keep a journal. I also make journals, expressive theatre and dance, and all that sort of good stuff. And public speaking, which I'm doing now, really. And it says, yeah, so I was just like, interesting. It's connecting. So I just find that quite, good. So it's going every time I want to speak. Before it was all right, come on here, want to speak, and it's going again. Did you get my question? Did I get your question? Oh, you're not talking to me. Sorry, I read it wrong sometimes. So I don't know if anyone's having a good look around YouTube, but I think I'm going to pull a card before I go. I just wanted to say I'm keeping an eye out on the French in France. I do believe where they played their music was near the arch, whatever it's called, the monument. There was a circle around it. There was also a star thing on the floor, I noticed. So to me, that is putting a good vibration out there. Frequency, there's a monument. It's normally near a monument where they do the frequency. And it was quite in a good tune. I don't know if anyone's seen anything going on in DC on the mass meditation. I have done a meditation before. So I'll just pull one before I go, because I'll probably be back on after. Anyway, I just wanted to come and say I was watching what people were saying in chat. I was watching the faces of Trudeau, Merkel. Trump's sat next to Merkel's face. Oh. Seen you changed your picture. Oh, actually, I better pull these back in. I'll put these back in because we had, like I said, the bigger picture. Oh, I'll show you. Clear out the old because we know the old guard's been taken down and a new one's coming in. And pause because we need to, you know, meditate, I'd say. They are Nature's Whispers Oracle cards. Nothing evil if anyone's thinking that they're not. So I'm just going to put them back in the pack. Yeah, like tarot cards, but a bit different. I've got the tarot cards. I've never really liked the pictures on the tarot cards, so I tend to use the oracle instead. And these pictures, you know, because I'm into art, these artwork on these pictures are absolutely beautiful. And they've got butterflies on, obviously. I love butterflies. I was watching a crow and a magpie in the garden today. They're always in the garden. They make me laugh. People get told that tarot cards and certain things are evil when it's just a spiritual over self coming in, spiritual being, letting you know. You already know this. Because that's why I say normally a card picks up on what we've been talking about because yourself already knows. If you get what I'm saying. So I always wait for one to jump out. Sometimes you can ask, but when I'm normally doing it right now, I just don't think anything. I just shuffle. Oh, 2 have fell out. See? Oh no, 3 have fell out. Oh. Well. Hope and happiness. Consciousness. Peace. Hope and happiness. Leap of faith. Got to have a leap of faith, people. We've been on this train for a long time and we've kept on it. Leap of faith. This spider web reminds me of the web that's been weaved of deceit and the Matrix, if you want to call it. It's like, yeah, the artwork's beautiful. That's why I love these cards. Yeah, I've bought these on eBay or Amazon. We're taking a leap of faith off this, off this net, this web of deceit. Because people say, who go on about Lucifer and the devil, oh, well, we're coming into that and it's Lucifer's world. It was. We have been already in that time of, say, Pisces. Was about deceit and corporations and stuff like that. Now the age of Aquarius is about lifting the veil. So he's already had his time and he's ruled it for a very, very long time since Jesus, and he was trying to get the word out. So now it's our time. So we're taking that leap. We're taking that leap of faith. And we're above it now. The web, exactly above the web, ascending, evolving. And then after that, we've got infinite blessings because we are infinite, divine, infinite blessings. Funny how it's a wintry picture because I do think it's going to be a really good Christmas, people. These remind me of when I was talking about Dr. Emoto, and if anyone's actually bothered to go and research it and you see the ice crystals when he puts infinite blessings on it and prayers and intentions, the ice crystals look like gorgeous snowflakes, and the evil ones where you put hate on it, Dr. Emoto experiment, look all evil. That sort of reminds me of that, but see? I don't know if anyone checked out them videos before, but they were really good. So, oh, and there's also in these pictures, you can't see, there's a lot of animals down here. And then this is a load of people. You can't really see, but they're going this way. They're all uniting together. It looks a bit like the invasion that's coming over, but this is different. A load of people going up. Where are they going? To the light. They're all united. That's how we need to be, the light, one consciousness. We're all going to one consciousness. I don't read this book anymore. When you get books with these things, you can look into it, but I look at the picture now and see what it means to me because All this, the vastness of space, one consciousness, we're all going there, most of us are. This also includes animals, insects, birds, whatever. Look at the waters, because we are all one. Plants, everything. We are all one. We're all in one consciousness. So it is coming together. Just let's see what the actual book says to what I'm saying. Just let's see. 48. Hive mind. Yeah. So if you are interested in these they are beautiful. They have different ones out, but this one is Nature's Whispers Card Oracles by Angelina Hartfield and Josephine Wall. They're just beautiful, beautiful artwork, and I think I got mine off Amazon. So let's see what the book says. See, I don't go off the book anymore, I just go off what I see, what I'm being told. Oh, wrong one. Wrong number. It says, well, that's funny, isn't it? Because that is what I've been told, like healing energy. So this one says, Hope and Happiness says, you have reached a time filled with healing energy, new progress and satisfaction. You are at a point for festivity. The energy in this phase, we're talking about the phase before, is supportive and promotes a feeling of winning. Well, we are. Let worries or challenges from the past fade away as you focus on the joy that is surrounding you. Feel encouraged and excited about the potential of all the wonderful promises made, promises kept. It doesn't say that. The wonderful promises that are being kept. Wow. Celebrate and enjoy life. This is C, if you don't believe it. Oh my God. All the wonderful promises that are being kept. Well, who says that? Trump? Boom. See, you need to get these cards, people. People think, oh, they're just like, no. And they're not evil, people. When you realise about spirituality and your oversouls, if you want to call it, or ETs, or your soul, that is a soul being in a physical form, you'll realise that when something's talking to you or coming to you, channeling, it's not evil. Maybe there is bad entities, but there's bad people about, so do you know what I mean? Yeah. Ooh. Wow, I know. So that was really good. I think I'll just pick one more just for today. See if one jumps out. So actually I won't let it jump out. I'll stop when I feel comfortable and pull the first card off the top. So, it's not all evil, is it? There you go. Assurance. We've had this before because, like I said, it's the seasons changing. The seasons always change. There is a cycle of life. This time that's happening right now, the Great Awakening, if you want to call it, is because there's a big cycle of life and it happens so many thousands of years, and this has to happen now. And this is what I believe is happening in the spiritual sense, because as we've been told, it's not just a physical war, it's a spiritual war as well. The why this is happening is because the spiritual has to come into the physical. We work better as one. We've just been afraid of certain stuff because we've been told lies in the past that something's evil or this, that and the other, because we didn't understand it and they've kept us away from it. You're in fear when you don't understand something. If something comes to you that looks alien or different to us, we're in fear because it doesn't look like us, but are we them? If anyone gets what I'm saying. But anyway, I need to pay my... But assurance, so... Be assured, it's a cycle of life, people. This happens. That's what I was saying before about if there's been evil in control for a very long time, it's time for the good. And then in the end, after so many thousands of years, again, it'll creep back in because that's just what happens. And then the people of Earth then will have to ascend and evolve again to get it out. I believe that's how it works. That's what I see it as. Yeah, Satan's trying to shut me up and is doing work on for him to, well, because you're getting through loud and clear. Well, exactly, because they know they're going down anyway, and I said nothing had stopped me from talking. So, I think when truth has to, the thing is, whether you're religious or not, I say I believe in God, but I say it's more source to me, but to me it's all the same thing. It's an energy, it's all the same thing. We've just been told it's a bit different. But that's fine, if you see God in whatever way, it's still all one energy source. We are all from one. And God or source, or whatever you want to call it, the creator, is love. And love is truth. Because the only way you can move on and evolve or move on or whatever it is we're supposed to be doing is through truth. You can't move on if you don't know the truth. So if we don't know where we've come from and what our real background is, how do we move forward? So whether it's going to hurt people, upset people, anger people, well, this is going to come. But then we have to sort of get our heads around it, deal with the truth, and then see where we go after that. But unite together and help each other. That's what it's all about. Where we go one, we go all. That's what it stands for. It's about uniting and knowing the truth. When these people took the truth and twisted it from us to keep us down, because then that's how they control us. So they're in control. We're like little robots doing all the work for them, why they're getting all the money and all the different things, why they keep us down and all that. Thank you. So that's just how I see it. I know a lot of you do too. It doesn't matter if you're coming on here and you're religious or not. I'm not religious, but I believe in the source, which I believe is what people call God, the cosmic universe, is where we all come from. So even if you're talking about extraterrestrials, we are all from one. Everything is all from one. What made them? So just because we fear something and they put out in movies that's something scary and it's evil, that is why they have a lot of horror films out with alien things that are bad, a lot of demonic things like, oh, the devil's going to get you. They put that out to keep you down and keep you in fear. I'm not saying there isn't bad entities out there, because I do believe maybe if you're a bad person and pass over, that energy is still about like a bad energy. And there's bad people there as well, so vice versa, whatever. But they do put a lot of films out there to keep you scared. So like people say, oh, tarot cards or oracle cards are evil. No, no, they're not. As you can just see. I guess they are if you're channeling something of your own over self. If that over self is on a low vibrating bad energy, if that's what you are anyway. If you're looking into the wrong things, but if you're coming from pure light, pure consciousness, pure source, it's only coming from love and truth. So it's nothing to be scared of. And you can tell by the artwork, do you know what I mean? It's nothing scary. So, yeah, a lot of things is to keep us in fear. Like I said, you think of an ET for an example looking at us, coming into our frequency, because they're here, but you can't see them on a different frequency. If these aliens look at us, they must think we're pretty ugly, funny looking alien to them, because we don't look like them. But I believe all when we go to the spiritual realms, higher vibration, if we're all of light, we're not even a physical dense body, are we? We look different when we go there. So when these come to view us, we get scared. Some people call them angels, whatever. But I don't think they're all bad, like what's been perceived. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. And just before I go, because someone's talking about the shaman that got killed in this country in the UK years back with the Romans, and all the blood soaked into the ground, and that's where they believe the crop circles get made as well, because it's the energy that was held in them shamans trying to get a signal out, which I thought was a good way as well as the ones coming from above. Well, tarot cards, people say, why, you don't need tools, because but sometimes it's nice to have a visual reference, because some people work more off visuals. Like, I'm a bit like that. Like they say, when you put an intention out, you don't need to light a candle and have incense. I have a lot of incense, but it's more to concentrate. So it's a tool for helping you, but it's made out in different places that it's evil. It's not evil. Everything is. You can have something, like I've said, you can have technology, like Tesla, for humanity. Now, someone gets a hold of that. That we class as a bad person, maybe they don't think they are, to put humanity down and, use it to kill people in wars, with that invention, then that's the difference. Because if you're using something for good, and you're using it for good, if your intentions you're putting out there are for good, that's good. There's lots of people who put intentions out there for bad and would take something and use it for evil, because you're either someone who cares or someone who doesn't care. So, am I evil? No. You already know, your knowing's already there because we come from one consciousness, but I'm into art and I love pretty things, so just pulling a card out sort of reassures what I'm thinking. You might not think you're thinking it, but you are, and it just helps. Yes, ascension and descension cycles, exactly. So the Illuminati cards, yeah, well, they're just cards that they put out. They know the truth. They have to put it out there anyway. That's hence why the Illuminati cards are there. It's prophecy. It's not. It's a prophecy. What the prophecies are that I see is the only reason they know was happening, and they put prophecy out in the Illuminati cards, and they put Trump out in different things like what's it called? What's that cartoon? What's the cartoon where he's coming down the escalator? It's because it's a cycle of life. It happens every so many thousands of years, so you can predict what's going to happen again. That's all it is. No, you don't need cards. The Illuminati, they put prophecies out. The Trump prophecies are out there. The prophecies are out there by that guy who plays the piano who died, I can't remember. And people are seen as prophecies. It's because the cycle of life happens all the time. It's the same thing repeating itself. Yeah, The Simpsons. So the Illuminati cards, it's the law of one. They have to put the truth out. They know the truth because they're reading the scriptures right, so they can see. The scriptures are muddled up, so you can't see properly what's in it, and you're thinking it's something else to keep you down. So the scriptures are there. I can't. The scriptures are there, printed in plain day. It's how you interpret them. It has the prophecies in there. That's how they put stuff out. They can tell you it's happening because they know the truth because they've kept it from the masses, basically. Yeah, well, there's lots of weird things going on. That's why I said if people don't know about Tesla's uncle, Trump's uncle, and the connection with Tesla, you really need to go and research that. Tesla was for humanity. Edison wasn't. Edison really nicked his invention, took it to be rich and that, and Tesla wasn't. And they've used that technology for global destruction, basically. I can see, but Trump's uncle saw the papers as well, and believe has some. So Trump must have them. And there was something to do with the time. Was it? Who was the guy with the time capsule that they reckon they took to Trump? So, what is a time capsule? Sing the scale using A, follow, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. So you can't do it. Re, mi, what is it? Re, mi, fa, sol, la. Can't sing. Re, mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. My voice is gone. Hum. I can't even hum because my voice is going. I know. E. I can't sing anything at the minute. E is a throat chakra, but I can't do it. E. That's as loud as I could do it. I do know though, but there's been multiple times Trump's predicted the future. He even predicted the Twin Towers. That's because, has he got a time machine, or has he got notes about something Tesla knew, or was he given the time capsule off, what's his face? Who gave him the time capsule? I was talking about him the other day, was it E? Did he start with E? Nixon? No, was it Nixon? Who moved to New York? Someone gave him a time capsule anyway. I can't remember, I was talking about it the other week. So what was in the time capsule? Exactly, future proves past. Yep. So, strange things going on. What's the word? What's the saying? Stranger than fiction. Truth stranger than fiction. Flipping is. Edgar. Do you know what? is really weird. Right, I know people say you shouldn't do this, but when I was younger, don't go mad. I went on a Ouija board, you know, when you're a teenager and you're like, what's this? It's scary. Guess what name came out? Edgar. I always remember the name was Edgar, and I was like, oh. When I was younger, you know, when you're young and you're like, oh, yeah, you do these things when you're younger. That's it. Thanks, Helen. Yes. Oh, you've got Kim, Helen Edgar, Kim Clement prophecy. Yes, the Kim Clement prophecy. I mean, wow. New energy would sound like fire. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it sort of was. You could feel the spirit, but as I've said, spirit's not what everyone thinks it is or has been told it is. It is something else. Yeah, we all did exactly. So that just doing that, even though some people go, whoa, it's evil. Yeah, then you'll know about there is energies around us. Energy. What time is it in England? I do not know. Yeah, sorry, just someone put on there 19 minutes past one. So, yeah, it's all about energy, people. Free energy, we are energy. So, has the candle gone out? Oh, see, I'm letting them burn. I'm letting it burn all day today. Let me go and get another one. I like that song, this little light of mine. I can't sing, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh. Yes, I am looking into fasting, and since I've been ill, I've not been eating much anyway, so that's good. Himalayan salt rock. So yes, I am. I need to get back into the. I do 3 to 5 day fasts. Yeah, I might well. I've had breakfast. I had breakfast slash dinner this morning. So, but yesterday I didn't have my tea, so I might just leave it for today. No, and I do need to look into that because my dad always does the thing where you don't eat breakfast straight away in the morning. You wait as long as you can. I know I need to get into that because we do eat too much and stuff, and it's good. Yeah, it's all about me getting into this stuff. Like someone said the other day, you know, you've got to talk the talk, walk the walk, but you have to, it takes time to break down those programs that we've been in, and it's very hard when we're all addicted to stuff. And what I mean by that is with food and certain things we eat, we get addicted to because all the additives and stuff they put in it, and you know, like I said about coffee and stuff like that, it's very hard to come off things that you like. It is hard, but I think, and I don't think people should get all thingy about it. If you want to do it, you don't have to, but you just do it slowly. You don't go like one day, I'm having nothing, you know, I'm not never eating this again. I'm not having that, I'm not having this. You've got to do it slowly. It is hard to stop, and no one can say it's easy because it isn't. But I think as long as you're trying to do it, then it's better than not doing it. And also, like when I became vegan, I did it for about 9 months, but I felt quite weak in it. I'm still very confused about the vegan thing because I don't really know what the truth is with, are we supposed to eat meat, are we supposed to not? I do believe maybe we're supposed to eat a bit, not as the amount that we eat today because we're quite greedy. And I do believe with the animals, the way they're slaughtered and the way they live today, caged up, I don't think it is good because we consume too much. That's why the animals are not living well. And I do believe if there's an energy in an animal that's been caged up and it's not happy, we eat that energy, if anyone understands what I mean. So it's still not good for us because we consume too much. Even if we are supposed to eat meat, I don't think we're supposed to eat it at the consumption we eat it at. And if we didn't eat it at the rate we did, animals wouldn't have to be caged up the way they are, and they'd be feeling a lot better in their energy. And then, because if you think about, if you're eating an animal that's been basically tortured, that energy goes into you. But I did stop being vegan because I felt a bit weak. But I do believe maybe there's a balance. Maybe, yeah, maybe we should. I do believe we're supposed to eat fruit and more stuff like that. And there's certain things they're telling us to eat that maybe we shouldn't. Even in the vegan place, like certain veg, I don't know. Like fruit's from the light, isn't it? It's juicy and water, and we need water. But I do believe, is it a balance? Are we just supposed to eat a bit of meat or certain meat? A balance between it so we're not consuming too much. Little bits for maybe certain oils or proteins, but not how we consume, because things are put on earth here for us, but I don't believe we should be consuming the way we consume. So I tend to eat more chicken. I don't really eat red meat. I can really say I don't really eat red meat, mainly chicken, but in a sense, because I have been vegan before, it was very hard because I'm not being funny, I can't afford it. And I've got a kid, an elder kid who wouldn't be vegan. It's very hard, and the way they get us all within the money thing and all this. If they're saying we have to eat so much a day of fruit and this, that, and the other, sometimes I think that's a farce as well. It's expensive. They make it expensive. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I was on a plant-based diet, but to me, with it was dear. It was, for me, it was quite impossible to eat that way. They make it expensive, but I do believe maybe we're supposed to have a little bit of something and maybe more of something else. But I still do believe that, what's that? Oh, crisis actors galore. Yeah, I do believe. I do believe there's a gender on both sides of vegan and non-vegan. I can see different things, so it is very confusing. But there's one thing I do believe, that we consume too much. So even if it was back in the day where we farmed our own animals and only sort of killed them when we needed it, not a mass consumption like today, because it is mass. I think maybe we should eat more fruit and veg and just bits of meat, but we eat too much because it's put in advertisements, this, that, and the other. It's like Burger King, um, McDonald's, and all that crap. That is crap, by the way. Yeah, fish. I love fish. But we shouldn't be eating as much. We don't need to eat. Apparently, you're supposed to eat what fits in your palm. So we overeat and we're addicted to certain things because we want it, because the world wants it. That's why this happens to all the animals and stuff around us. But I'm just saying, whatever. My rule is not to eat anything with a fake. Well, yeah, but it's hard because when I was vegan, I had a conversation with someone and they said, well, we could throw in there, if everything's everything and everything's energy, and even plants are us, and plants are energy, and plants live, and plants connect, then they're alive as well. So, or is that just because we're picking a fruit from a tree, so they're giving us the fruit off the tree, not the actual? Do you know what I mean? There's like sort of discussions in that as well. So, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we do eat tainted meat. And there was a really weird film I watched a bit ago. Forward, diet, eat less, move more. Yeah, Dad, but I don't know what you believe in animals and stuff. There was a film, if anyone knows this film, I don't know. It was an American film, barbecue. It was something with her out of oh God, what's the name? Out of Star Wars. Was she out of Star Wars? The the military went into this dimension that popped up, and she went in and they found all these weird animals that had been changed, like a crocodile, but it had loads of different teeth in it. And this woman got killed by this bear weird thing. I don't know what it was. But because it ate her and she was in pain and she was screaming, when it found these women that were going around trying to find somebody, I can't remember what it was, it came up to him, and when it opened its mouth, it screamed, but it was her scream because it was her energy in that animal, like what we do to them. It was weird, and that made me think, well, when an animal is killed, as in tortured, not the way it should be reared, if you know what I mean, like free range, and is that even free range? That energy, when we eat that energy, it's bad energy going into us. That's how I see it. And that's why I'm trying to eat less meat, but I don't eat a lot of meat, and it tends to be chicken, so Callum, I was vegan a bit ago, but I don't know if I was eating the right stuff because I came quite weak and my arms went funny. So I went back on it, but I tend to only really eat chicken, and it's still in the back of my head about trying to go plant-based, but I find it difficult because I actually find it expensive with two kids. So only eat happy animals. Well, I do believe it. Like I said, it's not really an argument, this, but if we lived back in the days where we reared our own and we just needed it when we needed it, and you sort of said thank you to the animal and buried it in a nice way, a bit like Avatar when the guy killed that like black fox thing, whatever it was, and she went mad, and then she said, "Say thank you to the animal because you've sacrificed it and you shouldn't have really killed it," even though he's trying to kill him. But if you know what I mean, you have to say thank you. But today on mass consumerism, there's animals getting slaughtered all over the world, and if you haven't seen it, it's horrible. I have seen the vegan films. It's it doesn't need to be like that. We're just greedy bastards, basically. Like, let's just put it that way, because all the advertising's there all the time. We don't actually need to eat that much, but sad that it's expensive. It's sad that it's expensive to eat well, and I do believe that's an agenda. They have made it expensive for us to eat well. That's why the rich people can eat well properly, and we eat the crap, basically. We think it's good, but it's not. I don't believe the Queen or anyone eats all this GMO food, do they? Hell. Do they? Hell. She rears her own animal. They rear their own deer. They do their own vegetables on their land. So they're getting proper organic stuff. The stuff we get in the shops is crap. Even some of the vegan stuff, the vegan meals you put in microwaves is crap as well. They're even getting it in with the vegan stuff, so you've got to be careful. You can't really say that stuff's organic. And that's where it sort of put me off as well, because they've sort of infiltrated everything. You know, you think you're eating certain stuff. I wouldn't even say all organic stuff's organic. And then are you growing it in your gardens? Well, there's stuff they're raining from the sky, or were raining from the sky, and sort of poisons it as well. So it's a bit like, you know, they don't really give us a good run at it, do they really? I want some Russian vegetables. When can we place orders? Exactly. Everyone thinks the elites eat the same as the sheeple. Exactly, they don't. They don't. Um, yeah, they don't eat what we eat, and other things as well. But also, people should go back to when all this crap stops falling from the sky, which a lot has doing, and Trump's been shouting out clean air, which there will be in the end. We should be we should be told to grow our own food in the garden. That's why I tried it out this year, because I want to do it more next year. Protein is a myth, you know. Protein's cooked. Well, do you know what? Humans are fruit eating species. Well, Callum, I actually do agree with you there, because I do think, in a sense, that's why I'm trying to do it, but I find it expensive. Is I've got some mangoes in there I'm having after, but like I said, are they thingy generated bloody hybrid ones with nothing in them? I don't know. I do believe that, because I believe if we work off the sun's energy and stuff like that. So that's in fruit and things that are in the sun. So when you eat the fruit, the sun's in that with the energy and the light. So you have to eat the light. But you know, they've even been saying in certain places you can't forage, you can't grow your own food in your back garden in certain areas. Why? Because they want you buying stuff, and then they want you buying their fruit and veg, because their fruit and veg has probably got stuff in. A lot of meat is pumped with water. It looks bigger than it is. I watched a vegan guy on YouTube, a black vegan guy who lives somewhere in, I don't know where he lives. He looks like Spock. His body's amazing and he eats no meat. I know vegan bodybuilders, so I know that they're not eating because protein's found in fruit and veggies and stuff like that. So, you know, God's perfect protein is an egg. Yeah, I think there's a bit, you know, oh, it's just hard. No, we don't eat sun-kissed anymore. Exactly. I think that's why they try to block the sun out, because they don't want fruit and stuff getting the proper rays that it should be getting. So, yes, that's what I mean. Fruit and veg nowadays are genetically modified, no seeds, exactly. Sometimes you can get what they called heritage ones, but you have to pay a lot of money for. But this is what I'm saying about the Queen and that. She'll have heritage seeds because they grow their own stuff. So, More of that needs to come back, hence why Trump's shouting out farmers are coming back, because we need all that. It's natural. That's what I say about the truth. The truth needs to come out. The truth is everything. I mean everything. It's everything about what we really should be eating, and it should be made for everyone. It shouldn't be expensive, because normally, I'm sorry, it's very expensive if you're eating a lot of fruits and veg on a daily basis and you've got kids. They are normally the dearer stuff, and that's why they make it hard for people like us. If you're not, if you're not bringing in a really good wage to afford these foods, they don't want you buying them foods. Yeah, yeah. And if you think about it, or is it because the animals are eating poison because of what they're spraying on the ground? So it's not really the protein in an animal, it's what the animal's eating. And therefore, when you eat an animal, those cancer causing things are already in that animal. As we see, a lot of dogs are getting cancer these days, they're putting in dog food and everything. Oh, so you have to go and pay the vets and all that. It's infiltrated everywhere. That's what I believe. I don't think it's necessarily the animal, but what are the animals eating these days to what they ate years back before stuff was raining from the sky and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, there's no seeds in fruits. If there's no seeds in fruits, it's not real. And I had something the other day, I think it was a strawberry. It just didn't even taste like a strawberry. It just tasted like water. So you're not getting the proper properties we're supposed to be getting. And that's why people are ill. And, that's how I see it anyway. So I do believe there's truths in both sides, really. That's what I just said, Callum, before. I don't think you were on. I said, if you're eating an animal that's been slaughtered in pain and not lived out a proper life, you're eating that energy of that animal. Therefore, you start feeling depressed and sad and decaying because you're eating something that's energy, because the energy life force, even when you die, that's why we are all energy, and energy will always be around, spirit in spirit or whatever you want to call it, because we are all energy. So when you eat, when an animal's killed, the energy is still there. So when you eat that energy is in your body. So if it's been sacrificed and it's been in pain, it goes into you and rots you, then maybe that's what gives you cancer. I know that might sound pretty whack to people, but I do believe in that, and that's why I do think a lot about the meat, and trying to come down more for meat. Like I said, I only really eat chicken, and I'm not even enjoying that. I know it sounds weird because it doesn't taste like meat because of all the water they pump into it. It's not like proper meat, if you get what I'm saying. So it doesn't even taste of anything. So hopefully, see, when the taxes come down, which I believe will be everywhere at one point, because Trump's saying about taxes, because it's through man-made wars of debt that we're paying. It's not a war we made, so we shouldn't be paying the debt. The elite should be paying it. We should get that money back, or free energy, so we're not paying certain bills. So we'd all have more money, so we'd be able to grow our own foods or buy the foods we should be eating, and we're not gonna, be in poverty of certain things that we should be doing globally. By the way, bacon is so good. Well, that's where, we get addicted to things because of the taste, and it's very hard to come off. That's why I'm saying I'm still thinking about it, but I find it very hard to, money wise. But I was thinking today, I've got two mangoes in there, and I think I might just have them for my tea. Um, but also, then again, like some of the fruit we get that we get anyway is not good for us. So it's like a catch 22 situation, isn't it? Until all this is gone and things are being grown properly again and stuff like that, then I think we'll have more of a chance. It's very hard at the minute. So either way, vegan or not vegan, I still think it's very hard. Because I think when the vegan thing has been a big movement, I think they've infiltrated that as well. Believe that or not, I think they have, when they do all this um, vegan meat tasting things that are vegan. Why would you have something that tastes meat when you're trying to get on it? So they do put stuff in them sort of things that are in those vegan foods you buy in boxes, because they know it's a big thing. So they'll try and do it in every situation they can, because that's what they've done in the silent war. Daily Mail Wednesday, UK looking to introduce bacon tax. Ah, seriously? Oh, is that a joke? Oh my God. Because they know a lot of people eat bacon. Oh, don't know where that came from. Where's bacon tax came from? Probably Sadiq Khan. Yeah, I've heard peaches are very good for you, and the pip and the peach. Peaches too. Anyone had one lately? No, they are hockey poke. Hockey pokes. Exactly. It's just that's why it's very hard. People think, oh, I'm being really healthy in this and I'm really healthy in that. Well, are you? Because I think they've put it in everywhere, but either way. So, you know, yeah, the problem is with stuff like Linda McCartney veg products, it's highly processed, like even more processed than most foods. Exactly. McCartney as well. Uh, taxing bacon. I'll mail it to you. Yeah, that's what I mean. They can bring out these like Linda McCartney sort of meals, but what's in their meals? Do you know what I mean? And people think, oh yeah, I'm being really healthy, but it's everywhere. So we can't even blame the side of the meat eaters and the side of that here. They're trying to get it everywhere. But I do believe in that thing with animals and bad energies and stuff. Soy is fake. Yes, I've heard soy is fake. I like soy milk. That's not good. Soy is fake. All this stuff they put out, that's bad. Like someone said the other day when I said fluoride's bad and someone came in and said, no, it's not, it's good. I said, no, that's what they tell you. Fluoride isn't good. Not in the way they've been pumping it out to us, especially in America. Yeah, peaches are supposed to be really good for you and also something to do with a pip or something. Are very good. But like I said, the things that sit in the sun, like fruit, you're supposed to eat the light, which is fruit. I think they ate a lot of that in Egyptian days, fruit, because it's the food of the light because it's on a tree. The light, it has to grow with the light, therefore you're eating the light. So no wonder they try and cover our skies up and they're just pumping crap into everything, people. It doesn't seem as sweet because it's GMO, it's false fruit, it's hybrid fruit that's like crap. And some of them don't have seeds in, so if you're getting any fruit without seeds in, they're just rubbish. Apricot pips, that's it, yeah. But never see whole apricots at store anymore. They're just messing with everything. Messing with everything. B17, eat the pip seeds if all fruit, yeah. So I know, I mean, I guess it's better than nothing trying to eat more fruit, but like I said, they're just getting us everywhere. Yeah, that's what I mean. Lots of livestock are fed GMO food. This is what I'm talking about. You can eat the meat. GOM food is they're eating it as well. So all the badness is going in them. We eat it. The badness is going us. But they do it with fruit as well. So they've got us from both sides. So there's everyone thinking. I mean, yeah, it probably is a bit to try and grow your own anyway. But like I said, they're even fighting us in the skies with all the crap they were putting on it. So it is hard, but I do believe with the Great Awakening this will come because when a lot of people find out about that and they bring back proper farmers, all farmers, that are rearing, even if it's animals, are rearing animals in the right way and the food, then we will come back to what we were supposed to be doing, eating, whatever, I believe. Yes, I don't ask for money. I mean, people have said, oh, set up a Patreon, set up a... I can't do live chat on the tablet. I don't like asking, even though I shouldn't feel like that because I know people do it because, like I said, I can fund my channel with if I wanted cameras or like this tablet's set up on two books, which funnily enough, one is, I'll show you. She's not invisible. You are propped up on a book. My dad gave me one for my phone. I've broke two of them, but to hold this, um, I know I need to say it up. It's because I've never wanted to ask. But then I think, well, I should because it doesn't mean anyone has to. It's just if someone wanted to, because then I could get a tripod and do different things for my channel because I'll always be here. And if for some reason YouTube got taken away, I will be under Dolly Daydream all the time, so you'll find me. But I do want this to be a positive channel, and whatever's coming out in the future, whatever way round it is, I want to go with that and still pump out positivity and do what I'm doing anyway. But I'm on a tablet, a Samsung tablet. I don't even know if I can set up certain things on it. I am not technically thingy with stuff. I don't think I can do super chat. I don't know how to do Patreon. Maybe I should, because like I said, people go, oh yeah, people shouldn't be asking for money. I saw a friend, I was a class as a friend, a YouTube friend who said she was asking for help with something. It's only if people want to help. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm not going, you must give me money. But then I think, well, sometimes maybe it's a good idea, because I'd be able to contribute in different things and show you different things. And it, like getting a tripod that you could see my artwork, because I do want to do some artwork from a bird's eye view. Lots of different things, because I can't do a lot with this. Some people do more with a laptop, computer. I haven't got one. I don't really know what I'm doing anyway. So thank you for saying that anyway. Yeah, maybe I should. Oh, no, well, for people's opinions, that's what I mean. If you want to, you want to. I think it's because at first I was looking around and seeing channels that were, there are channels that are out there who ask for money and they're not using it, you know what I mean? These massive subscribers. I'm not a massive subscriber, but yeah, maybe I will set it up in the end. But that's why I'm trying to, when I'm showing my artwork and people, someone was saying, stop promoting yourself. Why can't I promote myself? I will promote myself, and I will just show you. I guess people can do it through PayPal anyway. I've got a PayPal account. I'm still doing my bag. It's coming on nicely. I'm just doing the wording and still stitching. It's going to say, keep dreaming, keep believing. You know, and I'm trying to do things like this because I think it's a positive thing, a bit of artwork on a bag with a positive message. That's just the way I am. But yeah, maybe I will say, if you want help with the channel, you can do. And I have got a PayPal account, so maybe I need to start linking things up, because I'm absolutely rubbish at doing it. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I just came on to chat to people and try and help with the messages I'm trying to get out. Mixed up or not, Callum, because I know where you're coming from. I know we're on the sort of same wavelength. I know you've been trying to push me to things, but my explanations come out different, because I don't always understand it, but I know what I mean. If you get what I'm saying, it doesn't always come out right. But I have got my chakra book. I do need to meditate more, but like I said, it's a blue light that I'm seeing at the minute. It's a blue, that blue, electric blue light I'm seeing at the minute, with a little bit of green in it. I am throat chakra I'm seeing at the minute. So yeah. It's all exciting, people. Anyway, it's all exciting. Yeah, and I guess truth is coming whatever way around it is, we will see. Yeah, I do share my creativity, because I know that people who say that, someone who made a comment a bit ago was like, oh, just let me check my battery. Oh, stop promoting yourself and this, that, and the other. And I thought, no, I won't stop promoting myself. If people want to see my artwork, people want to see my artwork. I need to get a PO box. I don't know how to do it. Secret City fan, you. I'm not a Secret City fan. No, I'm not. No football fan. No. And I just came on YouTube to talk and talk about positivity. And if I'm promoting myself by, yeah, jealousy is a bad thing. If I'm promoting myself, showing people what I'm making, which I think is a positive thing, that people don't have to buy if they don't want to, it's like, oh, what are you people on? No, it's not like I'm going, guess what? I'm selling a, I don't know, what could be the worst thing you could sell? Buy this, I don't know, death ray gun. Post office, yeah. I don't know if I've got to go to my local one or the, oh, my rainbows are out, people, rainbows. I'll show you my rainbows. Rainbows, hang on. Where do I flip? I'm going to flip you around and show you my rainbows. What was the logic in what someone said? Got my artwork on my table. What was someone saying about logic? I just saw something. Oh, so about someone saying, just because they're jealous and some people just don't want you to. They were saying that I was on coming up too much on YouTube, because I do come on here and talk a lot. But like I said, I like talking, and maybe that's why my throat chakra is going. Because I like to put this stuff out. People are interested, and I like to show my artwork. And there's lots of people showing their artwork on there, so I thought, why can't I? But that's just people who get a bit jealous, really, don't they? Oh, because you've seen the blue, I've decided to put it on for. I've got a lot of blue on today. Now that's the colour that I've been seeing when I've been doing a little bit of meditating, so I just thought I'd wear it today. Um, promote. Exactly. I think if you're promoting something good, then I don't see a problem. If you're promoting something, I'm trying to get the candle in view because I like it. If you're promoting something bad, then yeah, I could understand someone saying something, but promoting something good in a positive way. But then again, if someone's low vibrating, want to suck in your, bad energy, that's what they would say. Well, Callum, I will be showing them when I've finished off a few more because they just need a little bit inside. You mean the big paper ones? And I will be doing some more with tea stained papers inside, so I probably will be showing them next week. I'll buy that gold heart. What gold heart? Gold heart? What gold heart? Gold heart? Where? I've got hearts all over the house. No. Which one? The bigger ones. I did the little ones and then I did the bigger ones. I'll just promote myself right now and show you again. I think what I'm going to do is look into sending to America and everywhere else in the new year. Not right now in Australia because I know someone was asking for something. Not right now. I need to find out all the things on that. Obviously, people will have to pay for postage and packaging, and I need to find out the costs and that. But I need to figure that out in the new year because I don't know. I don't know. Because really, I want to be able to sell to whoever would like something. Queen of England doesn't have a channel. There was this one. These are what they look like. And I always make different ones and they're never the same. All the paper clips are handmade. And it's just bits of paper really with a few have things on that I've made. Some are more detailed than others, bags and things inside. It's just a journal for you to write or stick in, use as a diary or notes or whatever you want to use it as. This will have something else on the side as well. it's not totally finished. Then there was this one, and they're all handmade. Oh, that one. They're all handmade. That's why it takes me a bit of time to finish them off. They're all hand stitched in. Like this has even got one of my drawings in it. Some are going to start having my paintings and drawings on the covers because, like I said, they're all positive. They have little pieces of carding tags you can write on. Some have envelopes inside with bits of ephemera. You get paper clips. This isn't totally finished off yet. It nearly is. And they're all normally different. I don't make like one like this and then another one like this. It might be a bit similar because I get very bored. So they're all different. And then the other ones that I'm making, which I will have about 10 of these soon, I think, are the little handbag ones. Laminated. They've not got the bit... Pens just fell out. They've not got the bits finished off on the front because they will have some dangles on the front. Where do I get the base of the books? Card, I just make them myself. It's card, I just design them myself. There's loads of ways if you look on YouTube about making stuff, but I just design them myself. I just design them myself. And these ones will have, these are like handbag ones, so you can put them in your bag and they're laminated so they won't get marked. And they're just little blank notebooks with four different blank notebooks in. So you can use maybe a notebook for a shopping list, a notebook for working out, and they actually come out of their elasticated thing, so you can put one in and take one out when you're finished with it. But these will have more added to it on the. I normally put a dangle on it. It hasn't got anything on at the minute, and they're all different. They will have something on the front like hand crocheted flowers that I do. This one has, they'll have different coloured things in. The world would be a better place with glitter. Yeah, so there's all these things. Well, I think probably what I'll do is when I've made a few more up, I will come and show you live. I'll do a live shopping programme. And if anyone wants to buy anything, I can just say if you're on PayPal or you can get hold of me on Twitter. Also, I am making more designs of these bags. They'll all be different designs. I don't think there'll be one that's exactly the same as this one. But when I've actually finished all these bags, there are big bags, the shopper bags, hand painted, hand embroidered, never embroidered before, with different things going to be added to this one. Then I've got a design for a next one, which is actually here somewhere. I did that quickly last night, but I've not put all the detail on it. And then I've made a design for my next bag will be, I just drew something last night and thought, yeah, that'll do. Is this one. Just says be love, be love. There's always a message on it, so. Native Americans love turquoise, do they? Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah. Oh. So, I write a lot, so it would be perfect for my content. Yeah, I do different sizes. Sometimes I use these for putting intentions in, for journaling. I'm going to start doing some art ones as well, so it'll have art paper in, so you can do art journaling there as well. But I just love doing it. If you love doing something, you should do it. But the Native American Indians, I was talking about them before actually, because apparently when they did their dances were apparently messages, like a code about the star people. So if you watch the dance, you just think they were dancing, but it was actually a dance that was sort of a map or their communication of that communication, if anyone gets what I'm saying. That's why they tried to kill the Native American Indians off. That's why shamans in this country apparently were killed off when the Romans came over and all the blood soaked into the earth. That's why you get sort of crop circles. It's the energy coming out of that, what they knew. Because we all know shamans, indigenous people of like tribal, like Native American Indians knew they were spiritual. They were in contact with different frequencies and energies, and they knew. So the people who didn't want this getting out, which was for us all to know really, that's why they killed them, and they put these other stories out about, oh, they were bad, they were this, that and the other, oh, this is a story that happened in history, when actually no, you were killing them off because they were spiritual and they knew what we were all supposed to know, but you wanted it shut down. That's how I see it. What glue do I use? Glue? 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 Um, Glue? Yeah, they were killed off to cut off the information of true history, exactly, because we all know history is a lie and we are much more than we know, and they were connected to the star people, which we all are, beings, in a physical form, working through us, channeling through us, and that's what they didn't want us to know, basically. Glue, do you mean glue on glue? I hand sew things on and then bits like this are just glued on with, I don't know, just glue, rubber cement. Oh, and also I made these as well, these massive key rings. These are on I am on Instagram, Dolly Daydream, so you can always contact me through there if anyone's interested. These massive crocheted material key rings, all handmade. Love. All handmade. You were supposed to make a bow and arrow. Yeah, maybe I was. Well, if my dad's on here, we have this joke about, we'd all probably find out if we had our DNA and stuff tested anyway, different things. We all have a joke about back in the family because I do look like my family, but I've got bigger features and different things to my sister, even though you can tell my sisters and stuff. But yeah, a religious, yeah, the dance. But we go on about back in the family, something, something, something was Aborigine. So I sometimes say, like, I've got fuller lips than my sister, and I like wider nose and curly hair, where my sister hasn't got curly hair. Like, where did that come from? So I don't know if my dad's on here. We always joke about this. I don't mean joke about, but I was like, oh, what was that story of way back in the family? Which obviously, way back in the family, I think we've all got something. Obviously, ancestors, Aborigine. So and then there's numbers. We go there's numbers have a lot to do with things, numerology, the secret of numbers and shapes. That's why today, when Trump was at the France parade, I don't know what it's called, the monument, the France monument, the archway. Is that archway again? Weren't there arches in the masonry? Isn't there arches in hieroglyphics on the pyramids? Is that again? And they were there, and there was a circle around it because we know they always they use circles. There was a star thing I noticed on the floor as well. Why? What does that mean? There was a star there. Is it a gate? Is it a portal? Is it it's that arch thing again? I forgot what I was talking about now. What was I talking about? And they were playing in that, the song they were playing, the music they were playing in a frequency, like, there always needed to be one of them statues near frequency, putting that music out there was a quite nice frequency, energy, I forgot what I was talking about now. Manchester. I was actually thinking of taking up archery. I can't afford it. Or I probably could make myself a bow and arrow with a tree in my back garden. I wouldn't be surprised if I could. No. I forgot what I was saying about the French. Thank you. Well, I have sold a bit before on Facebook. I don't like Facebook, but I can use it for that and not what everyone else uses it for. So really, I think I don't need an art shop. I can just say if you see something on here, or starting to put my pictures on Instagram, you can contact me through Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. I'm going to try and look at sending to America in the new year and find out about that, how much that's going to cost people. But a lot of my stuff's quite light, so it's not like a heavy thing, and I believe we'll be trading better in the new year anyway. Mm, Well, well, I see today signified as, because it's 100th year, it's a big, you know how they put things out because everything has to be sort of symbolism and done on a certain date. If it's the Great Awakening date today, 11/11, also coincides with today. It's a big symbol thing, so I do believe that today is also, people won't see this, but I think it's also symbolised today as a very, thank you, is a very big day for the end of all world wars, because we all know they're man-made, so they're going to stop. We're not having a third world war, World War Three. They wanted us to, that's why they blamed Russia. But the thing is, World War Two never ended anyway. We've been in a silent war. As I said, if you go and read Behold a Pale Horse, the silent war with the foods and stuff, we've been in a silent war. It never ended, but today signifies the end of the silent war, because we ain't silent anymore, we know, and also signifies the end of all world wars, because we all know the man-made, and once we all know, how can they, do you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be put out there like that, but that's what we're seeing it as. Well, it is coming out, but I don't mean they're saying that today, but that's what it signifies to me. I was dancing this morning because one of the videos I told you to go and watch before, I can't remember what it was. There was a Native American Indian dancing something. That's their way of dancing. They learn them dances to pass them on to their people because it's got a message in it, either the star system or whatever it is that I've heard that, the star people, it's their knowledge put in a dance, so no one can take it away from them by burning books, book burning, so people don't know knowledge. They do it in a dance. Other people just see it as a dance. It means a lot more than a dance. Well, that's what I mean about truth about everything. Napoleon, whoever, whatever. Sometimes they say people were bad when they weren't, they were good, and they try and twist everything. So that's what I mean. Truth needs to come out about everything. Have anyone seen that Hollywood and Malibu are on fire? Is Hollywood on fire? Wow. Really? Wow. Not for the people, if anyone gets hurt, but I mean, Hollywood on fire. In a sense, that's good. I don't mean anything that's happening to people's homes. I mean the elites, because Hollywood is being brought down. And Trump, I said, would be out of the country when all this stuff begins to happen. Is it? Ah, he was sent to destroy all the indigenous people. Well, funny enough, the Romans as well, because they were sent to all over the globe to destroy indigenous people, because indigenous people, the people who lived with the land properly, those of us that forgot, but the people that stayed true to indigenous, spiritual, working with the land and the energies and the frequencies, are the people that knew the truth about who we really are. That's why they've tried to kill them off in a lot of countries, still happening today. And some people have got into these places, like the Pope, we know he's evil. You've even got Tibetan monks and people like that. I don't mean all of them, but are masquerading as, oh, this throat chakra, are masquerading as good people when they're not, because they're deceiving people, because this deceiving has gotten everywhere. So that's why I say people of religion can't go on at other people. It's gotten everywhere, and this is why I'm saying you've got to stand up and unite. History is a lie. They've put it in everywhere to deceive all of us. So, and that is a fact. What's happening with the Pope? He's not saying that not all saying that all religious people are bad, bishops and vicars and whatever you want to call them, and they're not. It's not all of them, but we are seeing a lot of arrests with paedophiles, all this stuff going on, because they've got in there for a reason, to deceive the good people of the world everywhere, everywhere. Yes, all roads lead to Rome, exactly, and that isn't a thing for, yeah, all roads lead to Rome because the Romans made the road. No, it leads back to Rome, it leads back to the Vatican and all that stuff, deceiving people. Fires supposedly started supposedly for more state, for, well, yeah, Cali fires as well. We know who's all behind it, it's just disgusting. I pray for the people, you know, people's homes and stuff, but this is all going to come to the forefront. People, they'll be helped in the end, but this is all coming to the forefront. These people are digging big holes for themselves. They're going to get seen worldwide for what they've been doing and what they really are. Worldwide for the people to see. That's where no deceiving no more. When we've all woke up and we can see it, how can they deceive? When you've seen, you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't make you change your minds when the world realises that MSM are the enemy of the people, along with all the rest of it. Rome captured all the people, yeah, so that's why a lot of people in Ireland who are religious don't like the Catholic Pope. We don't like the Catholic Pope. I'm not religious, but they don't like him. So yeah, there's all this weird stuff out there people are not going to be able to get their head around. If you're really in depth in some sort of religions, people are going to have a problem with seeing some sort of stuff, but I know some of you know. Napoleon worked for Google Maps, yeah, you've probably seen. So, yeah. Yes, I've been poorly. Everyone's saying Miss throat chakra. I've had a bit of the flu. It's going because I'm saying, I'm getting better. I'm saying it to myself, it's going, it's just my voice. But then when I've been meditating, I've been seeing a blue dot, a big one. It was a heart the other day, it looked like one. Funny enough, when I'm reading about throat chakra, it's blue, so I thought, oh. And then when I was reading about what it is, that just made me laugh even more. About spiritualness and the word of God coming out of your mouth, communicating. I was like, oh. And I don't know if anyone believes in symbols and new numbers and shapes. It doesn't mean they're all bad, it's how people use them because they know the power behind it. Do people believe in the names? I guess what name I was going to be given before I was given my proper name. I was like, Mum, no way was you going to give me that Maggie after Margaret Thatcher. It's not Maggie, by the way. But I was like, oh, you were going to call me Maggie after Margaret Thatcher. Oh, the cloud, yeah. Well, they show us things in different frequencies. I'm visiting the Vatican, I had to leave it, couldn't stay in there. Well, I'm not surprised you got a bad vibe in the Vatican. I've talked about that monstrosity behind where the Pope sits. That is not Jesus Christ. That is the Antichrist. That is evil. That big monstrosity, disgusting, evil, needs blowing up. That does, it's awful. That big thing behind him there looks like the devil is, and no, it's horrible. Does anyone believe when you're given a name of your parents, you were given a name that maybe they were put a thought into the head what your name was, because mine's hilarious. Trump is going to end all the evil. Yes, the last trumpet. Bah, bah, that's in the Bible. Trumpet. They are burning them out. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Hollywood. Oh, when people find out about Hollywood, oh, we worship Hollywood and the elite and the celebrities. Oh my God, people. So, yeah, Pope is an abomination. I can't even say it. Yeah, he is. That monstrosity is awful. The Vatican's at the top of this. Big, big, big things with the Vatican. What's in the Vatican? Well, especially the horrible things they've done there and what they're hiding there as well. The secret scrolls, maybe? The secret civilization things, secret, some technologies. Oh, I think there's a lot down there. So, yeah, they wanted Agenda 21, all right. They thought they were getting it. She lost. So I don't know if anyone went over to That's what I mean. The truth gets fingered up in lies, and we don't always tend to know what's the right bit. I don't know if anyone went over to VAMMN TV about aliens are real frequencies, and get ready for a huge disclosure is going to happen in 2019. VAMN TV channel, really good. Happy Thanksgiving! Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody! Is it your Thanksgiving today? I know, I can't even watch movies anymore because I know how evil most are. Yeah, I still enjoy some of my films because I sort of look at it different and sort of read the signs and think, ha ha, ha, I can see what you're trying to say there. So what you're trying to say it is. So do you know what though? I do believe there are good films out there because I still do believe that same we're going on about secret society and Masons, there are good people in there, and I do believe there's a bit of a duality battle going on with. Say there's two types of Masons because I do believe they were good at the beginning and then people got in to infiltrate it. So there's still them ones who want to do things for humanity, like we do, and those ones that don't really care. So they battle against each other. The checkerboard floor, as it's always there, as in France when they went in the building, the checkerboard floor was on the floor. The Queen has a checkerboard floor. So there's that duality of that going on where they fight against stuff, and I do believe they've had their turn and now it's our turn for so many thousands of years till it creeps back in again. Like I said, if you want to call it the devil, the deceiving's been here. I think the age of Pisces, whatever you want to call it, from when Jesus was born, whatever Jesus days, that was the age of deception all the way up to now, and they tried to tell us it was the word of God. They tried to tell us, and we couldn't really get it out as much as we can get it out now. Now it's the time to unveil the truth, so this is the time. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, take everything off you. Or they did. But it is about giving, because that's what it was. Well, who knows what? I mean, the royals aren't English, really, are they? Though they weren't. They come from a, you know what family. And you've got to remember when we Google stuff, sometimes it's not true because it's what they put out there. And when they're saying things are good, sometimes it means they're bad. When they're bad, they mean that they're good, like fluoride water and stuff, and even things in history. So I'm going to go because I'm going to check around YouTube again. I don't know if Trump's made any speeches or Putin yet or whatever's going on with today. But I just thought I'd come back on again. I'll probably pop on tonight, most likely, if my voice hasn't definitely gone, because it's not like I'm resting it. I will beat it. But yeah, I just find it interesting. So I'll just pick another card before I go. Even though I've done a few today. Well, I hope you're all having a good day and looking out for stuff and listening to speeches and things that are being said. Lots of mad stuff happening everywhere else because, as we know, when Trump leaves the country, that's when a lot of the stuff drops, so he's out of the way. Yes, we're all loving Callum today. Thank you. Oh, in a week? Okay. Everyone pray for City today, Callum said. I didn't even know they were playing. And I'll probably come and show you some of my artsy things I'm selling in next week at some point. If anyone's interested. And I will look into America and that in the new year. Come on, you Spurs. I know I need to go and sit out in the garden. I've got an urge to go and sit out with the brew because I haven't been out in nature today. So I know I need to go and sit and look out there just for 15 minutes. I think that's what I'm going to go and do. Even though I've got a cold, but it'll do me some good. And then I'll have a nosy what's going on. It's do a card for all of us. It's a prayer day, definitely is. I've done some meditating this morning. I've put an intention out there. I've been thinking, you know, thought is going out there. I don't know if anyone's, I haven't seen anything about the mass meditation today. That was supposed to be done in DC, so I'm assuming that's been going on. What Corey Good was saying. Oh, what's jumping out? Oh, I love this one because it just says everything to me. We've had it before. Expansion, because you need to expand your thinking, as in, this makes me laugh because these air balloons, I see they've got little ships on, air balloons, space crafts, that's how I say it, air balloons, space ships, consciousness again, connecting, uniting. What's this flower? This flowers and that remind me of the lotus, meditation, and or where is it? See this like castle thing in the middle. Camelot's coming, people. Whoa! Rainbow ascension. The lights. You know, animals. We're all united. All the stags there. There's two lovers in a boat here. A bit like your boat's coming in. Well, love is the key, and all this sort of thing. You see different things in these pictures. But this bit makes me laugh because I just think, yeah, we are all connected. But expansion, people, people are going to see and going to have to expand their thinking of, you know, what we're soon going to get told. Don't be afraid. Everything's going to be reset. They're going about the economy. You don't worry about if the economy falls because they know about it. This plan's been in the plan for a while and it'll just be reset because the old guard needs to be taken down. What we thought was working for us to do with banks and the Federal Reserve years ago is not. It only worked for those of the elites, of whatever you want to call it, those rich people. It wasn't working for us. It was taking money from America, using it as a piggy bank. It's been using it for debts and this, that and the other, and it needs to be taken down and reset. So it's going to be new. It's going to be a bit scary, but in the end it'll be good because the old guard needs to be taken down, and certain ways that we've had have to be taken down and reset for new so we can all thrive around the world, as I see it. Expansion card on today, exactly 11:11. So yes, so make of that as you will, and I might be on again after because obviously nothing shuts me up. So twice I've asked about funding your channel and my phone shuts off. Really? What the hell? Let's see what happens this time. But I would really love to help you keep going. Oh, thank you. Well, I don't know how to do it on here. I need to ask my son. But I am on Twitter, J9 and on. I am on Instagram, Dolly Daydream. So you can privately message on there. If I do this, then obviously I'll be showing you what I use it for. Maybe to help get things, obviously, because I am just a single mum and it's tiring and hard and stuff, and I don't even know why I'm explaining myself because I shouldn't be doing it. So I'm not going to do it because I should just say thank you, and that's what I should say. It's giving to others, isn't it? Can we get another card? Okay, one more card before I go. If I just done about, I think this is the 5th one. I know I have been a bit like that, you know, when people don't take compliments, and see all this thing about resetting. It's resetting your thinking. I didn't used to take compliments a while back, you know, like recently, even like, you know, someone would say something like, go all shy, but really I think you have to say thank you to people because it's like a friend said the other day on here, she was asking for help with a car, and you get people coming in going, oh, what are you doing this for? You're lying and this, that and the other. It's just because these people are jealous. Like I said, if you want to give, you give, and if you don't, you don't, and that's your choice. So I should just take it in my stride, really, and if people want to help, then You know, yeah, I did ask my son, so maybe I will ask my son for a Patreon. I was a bit like, because there's that thinking again, oh, can't get a Patreon. Everyone will think I'm doing something for this, but I do come on a lot. I have a lot of energy. I want to do other things on my channel, and obviously I come on that much talking about stuff. I'm making myself feel I don't always take that time out. I mean, I do, but I'm always doing stuff when I'm taking time out, so it is tiring. And then some people who don't have channels don't realise that. You know, if I had other things, I'd be able to edit. But then again, I think maybe the raw thing's better to just be. I don't know. Who knows in the future? Who knows? Who knows? But yes, so check me out on them channels if you can find me. I need to start linking stuff up, so I'll have to start doing that. And I'm just not technically knowing what I'm doing, really. Yeah, I should. Yeah, blessed is the giver to accept a gift, exactly, because I do think I give gifts to people in what I bring forth, whether some people believe it or not, even with my artwork that I will sell, because I enjoy making. I believe it's got good energy on it and it can give enjoyment to people, so that's only a good thing, isn't it? So one more card before I go. Yeah, well, I did try and do videos of my artwork, and I had it on a tripod, this on a tripod, so it was on a bird's eye view. I couldn't really, I know I can join in with my phone, can't I? And you could see me painting, so I want to do that sort of artwork as well, so you can see what I'm painting and we can have art chats, because like I said, art is a form of medicine, so I do want to bring that more in with an art channel, because I think it's positive, but I haven't got one of those at the minute, and I don't have, you know, money to do that sort of stuff, buy certain stuff all the time, so we'll see. I have to save up, so, you know. So one more, ooh, just let me pick it up, put them in there, it's on the floor. Are you ready for this? Love it. Perfect settings. Looks like a new start, people, because we're painting a new picture, and look, it's a light. She's got a paintbrush in her hand. What was I just talking about? See? Your thoughts create reality, so let's create a new reality. Let's paint the whole world in love. So she's painting the light there, if you can see, in the sky, with a paintbrush. I can't see what else is on here. Actually, there's not a lot in this picture, but looks like a lovely landscape. Oh, there's a face down there. See this face? Ooh, look like sleeping giants down there, you know, the history of our history, you know. They used to, years ago in history, they used to paint paintings with bodies and faces laid down, and they look like rocks and stuff, if you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. Perfect setting. There has been a perfect setting and a perfect plan, but let's repaint what we want. But I was just talking about artwork and painting, so there you go. Not a coincidence, people. So I'll leave that out, actually. I should have left the others out. I can't remember what they were. I normally leave them out for a day or two, and I want to do some more, then I put them out just to remind me, because of the person who said before, why do you need them? It just reminds you. And sometimes when you see that picture, when I said about when you're doing what they called, a thingy board, you get what you give. Yeah, you do get what you give. Law of attraction board, what are they called? A vision board. It's just reminding yourself, because you forget in the day, getting distracted by things, you have to bring yourself back. That picture, when I look at it, will remind me of what I've been talking about, and you put that thought out there again. That's why sometimes it's good to have things to visualize things. That's why some people use certain things, because it helps you re-trigger off. Come back out of getting distracted. Remember what you're really here for. Remember what that thought that you need to keep pumping out daily. It takes you back to remember. So if I'm walking past and catch that picture, it'll remind me, oh yeah, what was that intention? That's all it is. Thank you. That's really nice to say. Yeah, well, I mod on a channel that is helping California Fire. Right, well, I'm going to go over and check some stuff out, and I'm going to sit and listen while I'm doing my, finishing my bag off. I need to get that finished today because it took me a couple of days. So I might see you later on, I don't know. You know, I'm thingy, so I will see you soon. Enjoy, listen to what is said in the speeches, if any have gone up yet, and all prayers to anywhere there's fires, if anyone's getting hurt, homes and that. But do know that in the end, good is going to come out of this. They're just being shown for what they really are, and I will. I remember when you've had 500 subs. I know, and I never thought I'd reach. It's just gone up to 2,400 something. It's been playing around for ages and staying down. So that's really good. Even if it just stays at that, I'm not really bothered. I just want people to come over that really enjoy what I do. People who don't need to be here. But hot honey, yeah, I've got some honey and I've got some lemon, so I'll go and do that now. We will see. Yeah, you most likely will see me later. Even if my voice is gone, I'll just come up going. I'll write it and I'll be like. But yeah, so it's on 17 likes. I've seen 17 everywhere. So yeah, where we go one week, go on, and see you soon. Bye. I never get